All right, everybody. Little Nova update. We got all the turbo stuff off of it. We got the new motor back from the machine shop. So now we're just, I got it inside, doing a little checking clearances and all that before we start putting it together. Everything's on order, waiting on the camshaft and some heads. Not sure really much on the heads yet. Not sure what we're gonna go with. Been talking to a couple different companies on the heads. So, but the motor is back from the machine shop. We got the cage pretty much in. It's all tack welded in, mocking up where the seat's gonna go. I have a seat to put a passenger seat in. Hadn't quite decided if I'm gonna go ahead and put it in or just get it where I can race it and then put the passenger seat in later. Hadn't quite decided on that. And got the fuel cell ready to go in. Me and Dylan's about to put it in here in a few minutes. I had a buddy of mine that actually built the fuel cell. I had him put a sump in the bottom of it and had him put a AN12 fitting in the bottom and an AN10 fitting in the top for a return. But that sump right here makes it a lot easier, because before it's just always had that, it's just got a pickup tube come in through the top and had just some regular old 3/8 line going to a 1/2-inch line, hard line in the tank. But now it'll actually sit. So I'm gonna go back right there and let's see here. And it's just got that little bit hanging out the bottom for the fuel line. So we can just run the fuel line straight up to the front. And got for the regulator. I got a new regulator. I ain't got it put on yet. I'm gonna go ahead and get it put on here when I put the motor in, when the regulator will go on, because it'll probably mount with one of the carburetor bolts or something like that. It's an Aeromotive boost referenced power, boost referenced fuel regulator. But that's the other seat that I'm gonna probably put in here. I gotta cut the sides off of it like I done mine. Put it in the passenger side. And you got that wiring board out here, don't you? I made a wiring board. Actually, I made two of them, one for mine and one for Dylan's. Makes life a lot easier. That's what it is right there. Just you put fuses in there, and it's got little LED lights that light up when the fuse is out. And with it not having these fuses in it, those won't be lit up. But these four will be lit up, and when one of them blows, the light will go out. It's got 4 relays, one for the fuel pump, water pump, fans, anything like that. And then you just wire it straight in through the top. If anybody needs one of them, you can message the comment on YouTube or message us on Facebook or whatever, and I can come up with you a price and a design of one, because his is actually a little different. It's got that cutout for the yeah, I can actually see it probably from the driver's side. Yeah, it's got the cutout right here because of the wheel, you know. So yeah, but mine's more square, and I'll put mine in the same place. But that's pretty much it for now. Mine's gonna go right there where that hole is. But we're gonna go ahead and get the tank mounted, and then got a couple other little odds and ends to do, and then hopefully here soon things will start coming together easier, because right now it's just been waiting. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the cage up because I got everything mocked up where it's gonna go. I scooted the sidebars out 3/4 of an inch. Just little things that, you know, y'all probably don't want to see. It's just time-consuming stuff. So, But we're going to go ahead and get this fuel cell mounted in here real quick, and then we'll go from there, see what else we got to do. Got the fuel cell mounted in there, so now we can, I don't know where I'm going to put this fuel pump at. It's a big old fuel pump. So I might have to figure that out now. Well, Aaron's starting to weld this cage up completely. A little bright. Let's see if we can get over here to where it's not quite glaring on the camera as much. Don't do too bad. No. You've done it a time or two. Something like that. Started welding when I was 11 years old, so. That's it. They say practice makes perfect. That's right. Alright, well, got all the welding done pretty much. Got to put in a couple more bars though. I'm gonna come down to the frame connectors on both sides, and then I got to put a seat bar in across from side to side. Add a bar going here. Yeah, it's gonna have a bar going up and down, and then the bar going across for the seats. Then it'll have the back bar that holds the back of the seats. But that's. Cage is pretty much done. It's pretty solid. So it ought to do its job. I don't plan on needing it, but that just stiffens up the car and all that. So I got to get some, figure out what I'm going to do about the frame connectors. Probably just going to make some. And then as soon as I get the frame connectors in, then I can put them other couple bars in. And the cage will be done. Other than that, I'll just be waiting on the motor, and I got to change the rear gears. I've already got them. I pretty much got everything to finish the car up. So now it's just on to the next project now. So we got the cage done and all that, but we just come up with an 18-day challenge. From December 1st to December 18th, this car must be done and headed to Cottonwood Dragway on the 18th for a test and tune and grudge day. So we're having a little change of gears, change of directions.
Hey, where is everybody? Hello?
Oh, this is not happening.
Anyone here?
This is not happening. This is not happening.
Aren't they supposed to be saving our asses?
Looks like there's been a change of plans.
We're not putting the 400 that I bought in it quite yet because I'm having problems getting parts. I ordered a camshaft, won't have it till sometime in January. Got to figure something out with some heads. Had a problem getting an oil pan. Maybe I got an oil pan coming that's right. It's just been so much problems trying to get parts and getting the wrong parts and all that. So, but what I'm putting in it is, I'm putting the 350 back in it for now. These heads that was on it, are going on this other motor. Just got to pull the valves out of it and clean them up because of the piston. Well, you can see right there all the piston aluminum that all went through the valves and all. So I got to clean all the valves up, and these heads are going on this other 350. This 350's in a 78 Chevy Suburban. It's a tight motor. I think it's 40 over 350 with some flat top pistons. Basically stock bottom end. But I'm going to put these heads on it, put my intake on it, and I'm putting the turbos on it. I'm going to put the twin turbos on it and just see how long it lives. Beat on it a little while and just see how long that stock 350. Well, it's not going to be stock because I'm going to put the cam I mean, it's going to be a stock bottom end. But I'm going to put the cam that was in this motor in it, these heads, and my intake. And I've got a alcohol blow-through carburetor going on it. So the other motor is going to be built basically the same. It's basically the same because this motor was 40 over. And I believe the other one's 40 over. I'll know for 100% fact when I get the heads off of it. But the only thing that'll be different is the rods and the crankshaft in this other motor. This motor had an Eagle crank in it, Eagle steel crank, and H-beam rods, where that motor's got I-beam rods, I'm assuming. But I got to pull the oil pan off of it, change the oil pan. Probably going to use the orange when it come off of it because I got to put turbo drain backs in it. Shouldn't be too, I mean, it's going to be a lot of work, but it shouldn't be too major something. I don't think we can't not have it done by the 18th day. I think it'll be ready and be able to be spooled up by the 18th day. And we'll be able to go to Cottonwood on December 18th and see what it'll do. And one reason why this challenge come up is I don't want to build this 400 and I got all this money in it with all these forged parts and custom ground cam and heads and all this. And, you know, the transmission's not rated for the kind of horsepower this motor is going to make, and the rear end's not rated for this kind of horsepower. So the plan is to put this 350 in it, put the turbos on it, you know, 10, 15 pounds of boost, maybe even try to go more just to see if it'll take it. Who knows? But, you know, I got to have drive shaft made when I go putting a lot more power to it and all. So I'm just, you know, going to put this in it, have some fun. The car's been down since the end of July. This brand new transmission's only got 5 passes on it, and it's just sitting here not being used. So I'm just going to do that and then work on getting a 9-inch Ford to go in the car. Do all that, and then, you know, good drive shaft, that kind of stuff, so I can use the full potential of the motor that's going in it. But that's the plan. Only thing I got to do to the car physically is I got to change the rear gear. I got some 373s going in it for the Power Glide and the 350 with the turbos. Well, the gears were actually bought for the 400, but it'll still work with this. But that's the plan. So I guess we need to get to work. So we're going to get out here and start seeing if we can't get this motor out of the Suburban. All right, well, here is the motor. It's in a 78 Suburban. It's actually my old daily. I used to daily this thing. Motor ran great. And honestly, I think it may be balanced because it actually revved pretty quick to be a stock 350. But we got to get it out of here. So I'm about to start pulling everything off. And alternator, water pump, power steering pump, exhaust. The drive shaft's already out of it. It's been used. Heck, it's been out for about 6 months now. Put it in something else. But I got to get the radiator out and then cross member and yank this thing out and split it up and then get working on the motor. All right, well, we got the motor out of the Suburban and got it sitting right here on the ground. We're about to go ahead and split the transmission and motor. I already got a couple bolts out. I already got the converter bolts out. We just got I think 2 more bolts and it's off, and then we can get this motor in the back of my truck and get it off to the car wash and get it in the shop and start tearing it down, or tearing the top end down and getting another top end on it and get this thing put in there. So pretty good for night one, considering I didn't start working on it till about 6:30 and it's like 9:30. It's like 9:30. So I mean, that's pretty good time. But now time to get this thing cleaned up and tore apart. All right, well, we got the motor out of the Suburban and got it sitting right here on the ground. We're about to go ahead and split the transmission and motor. I already got a couple bolts out. I already got the converter bolts out. We just got I think 2 more bolts and it's off, and then we can get this motor in the back of my truck and get it off to the car wash and get it in the shop and start tearing it down, or tearing the top end down and getting another top end on it and get this thing put in there. So pretty good for night 1, considering I didn't start working on it till about 6:30, and it's like 9:30. It's like 9:30. So I mean, that's pretty good time. But now time to get this thing cleaned up and tore apart. Stay tuned, as we're gonna try to update y'all every couple of days on the 350 build.